Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Asutarasata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Asutarasata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Saranta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kori Vaishnavan Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Premsako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navari Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtani Yagya Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Nitai Gura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. All glories to the Sambodhi Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Mr. Varai Krishna Vastai Bhutri Shmara Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ramana Namaste Saraswati Guruvani Vinachari Nirvishesha Shunavani Bhachari. Yes, please. Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear friends. Welcome back. Please write Hare Krishna into the comment section. Hare Krishna, Jaya Prabhupada, Govinda Jaya Jaya, anything will do. Nitai Gora Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol is also okay. Hare Krishna, Manish Pangeni. Rudra Prakash Prabhu, Sachin Deshmukh, Hare Krishna, Sachin. Shamdai Mataji, Tyler, Hare Krishna, Tyler. Very nice. Nice to see you again. Peter Kirshner, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, how are you? Narasingh Rao, Ram Lakshman, Prabhu, Hari Bol. Very good. And of course, Neil Prabhu, Hare Krishna, to Australia. Abhaya Devidasi Mataji, Hare Krishna, welcome back. Bronwyn, Hare Krishna, 22 viewers, unbelievable. TikTok, say Hare Krishna TikTok. Don't be shy. Okay, this Prabhu, I cannot read his name, sorry, but he says hi. Danny Racker, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Danny Prabhu, thank you for coming again. Anybody else? If you remember any of our friends, please tag them. Michelle Williams, Hare Krishna, welcome back. Who else is there? Thank you for tagging everybody. Smilyan, Musulin, Hare Krishna. Okay. Soran, Hari means the Lord. He takes all your distress. Hari, but I think you're referring to Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare is the energy of Krishna, of the Lord. Krishna is his energy, his female counterpart. Yes, like hail. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's very auspicious. If you chant Hare, it brings all auspiciousness. It doesn't cost anything. So we very humbly encourage you to chant Hare Krishna and be auspicious. Ivan, Hare Krishna, Ivan. H.M. Amito. All right. So we start. We're going to tackle a couple of shlokas today. Starting from Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 14. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Manuruvacha Adesham Bhagavato Vartayami Vasudana Stanam tu ihanu janihi Prajanam mama cha prabhu Manuruvacha Adeshyam Bhagavato Vartayami Vasudana Stanam tu ihanu janihi Prajanam mama cha prabhu Manuvacha Adeshyam Bhagavato Vartayami Vasudana Stanam tu ihanu janihi Prajanam mama cha prabhu. Hare Krishna to Ashu Rajput and Manish Kamble. Manu Vacha. Sri Manu said, Adeshe, under the order, Aham, I, Bhagavata, of your powerful self, Varteya, shall stay, Ami Vasudana, O killer of all sins. Sthanam, the place. To, but. Iha, in this world. Anujanihi, please let me know. Brajanam, of the living entities born from me. Mama, my. Cha, also. Prabho, O Lord. Translation. Sri Manu said, O all-powerful Lord, O killer of all sins, I shall abide by your order. Now please let me know my place and that of the living entities born of me. Next. Yadoka sarvabhutanam mahi magna mahabhasi asya udarane yantno deva divya vidiyatam. O Master of the demigods, please attempt to lift the earth, which is merged in the great water, because it is the dwelling place for all the living entities. It can be done by your endeavor and by the mercy of the Lord. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai. The great water mentioned in this connection is the Garbhodaka ocean, which fills half of the universe. Maitreya Uvacha Parameshti tu apam madhye tatasanam avekshagam katam enam samunishya iti dadyao dhiya chiram. Sri Maitreya said, thus seeing the earth merged in the water, Brahma gave his attention for a long time to how it could be lifted. Purport. According to Jiva Goswami, the topics delineated here are of different millenniums. The present topics are of the Shvetavaraha millennium, and topics regarding the Chakshusha millennium will also be discussed in this chapter. Sarjato mek shitir varbhi plavyamana rasamgata atatra kim manusteyam asmabi sargayojitai yasyaham hardayadasam saisho vidadatu me. Brahma thought, while I have been engaged in the process of creation, the earth has been inundated by a deluge and has gone down into the depths of the ocean. What can we do who are engaged in this matter of creation? It is best to let the Almighty Lord direct us. Purport. Hare Krishna Frankie. The devotees of the Lord, who are all confidential servitors, are sometimes perplexed in the discharge of their respective duties. But they are never discouraged. They have full faith in the Lord, and He paves the way for the smooth progress of the devotee's duty. Iti abhidyayato nasa vivarat sahasanagha varahatoko niragad adgushta parimanakaha. O sinless Vidura, all of a sudden while Brahma was engaged in thinking, a small form of a boar came out of his nostril. The measurement of the creature was not more than the upper portion of a thumb. Tasya pashyataha khasta Shanena kila bharata Gajamatraha pravarde Tat adbhutam abuna mahat. O descendant of Bharata, While Brahma was observing him, that boar became situated in the sky in a wonderful manifestation as gigantic as a great elephant. Marichi pramukhaira viprai kumaira manunasaha drishtva tat saukaram rupam tarkayamasa chitradha. Struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma, with great brahmanas like Marichi as well as the Kumaras and Manu, began to argue in various ways. Kim metat sukara vyajam satvam divyam avastitam aho batascharyam idam nashaya me vinihrshtram. Is this some extraordinary entity come in the pretense of a boar? It is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. Drishto nagushta shiromatra nagushta kshanat ganda shila samaha api svid bhagavan esha yagyome kledayan manaha. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb, and within a moment he was as large as a stone. My mind is perturbed. Is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu? Purport: since Brahma is the supremmost person in the universe, and he had never before experienced such a form, he could guess that the wonderful appearance of the boar was an incarnation of Vishnu. The uncommon features symptomatic of the incarnation of Godhead can bewilder even the mind of Brahma. Hare Krishna, Vinay Kumar Chakrabarti and Shreya Sitara and Brandon Fisher. Iti mima satastasya Brahmana saha sunubi Bhagavan Yagya Purusho Jagar Jagendra Sanibha. While Brahma was deliberating with his sons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu roared tumultuously like a great mountain. Purport: it appears that great hills and mountains also have their roaring power because they are also living entities. The volume of the sound vibrated in this proportion is in proportion to the size of the material body. While Brahma was guessing about the appearance of the Lord's incarnation as a boar, the Lord confirmed Brahma's contemplation by roaring with his gorgeous voice. Brahmanam marshayamasha haristami cha dvijotamam Svagarjitina kakubha pratisvanayata vibhu. The omnipotent Supreme Personality of Godhead enlivened Brahma and the other highly elevated Brahmanas by again roaring with his uncommon voice, which echoed in all directions. Purport: Brahma and other enlightened Brahmanas who know the Supreme Personality of Godhead are enlivened by the appearance of the Lord in any of his multi-incarnations. The appearance of the wonderful and gigantic incarnation of Vishnu as the mountain-like boar did not fill them with any kind of fear, although the Lord's resounding voice was tumultuous and echoed horribly in all directions as an open threat to all demons who might challenge his omnipotency. Nishamyate ghar ghar itam svakredha kshaishnu maya maya sukarasaya janastapaha satya nivashinaste tribi pravitraira munayo ganam sma. When the great sages and thinkers who are residents of Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka, heard the tumultuous voice of Lord Varaha, which was the all-auspicious sound of the all-merciful Lord. They chanted auspicious chants from the three Vedas. Purport. The word Maya Maya is very significant in this verse. Maya means mercy, specific knowledge, and also illusion. Therefore, Lord Varaha is everything. He is merciful, is all knowledge, and he is illusion also. The sound which he vibrated as the boar incarnation was answered by the Vedic hymns of the great sages in the planets Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. The highest intellectual and pious living entities live in those planets. And when they heard the extraordinary voice of the boar, they could understand that the specific sound was vibrated by the Lord and no one else. Therefore, they replied by praying to the Lord with Vedic hymns. The earth planet was submerged in the mire, but on hearing the sound of the Lord, the inhabitants of the higher planets were all jubilant because they knew that the Lord was there to deliver the earth. Therefore, Brahma and all the sages such as Bhrigu, Brahma's other sons, and learned Brahmanas were enlivened, and they concertedly joined in praising the Lord with the transcendental vibrations of the Vedic hymns. The most important is the Brihad Naradya Purana verse, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Agyanti Nandasya Jnana Jana Shalakayam Chakshunanmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Shri Prabhupada. So this is the appearance of Lord Varaha. It's not that today is the appearance of Lord Varaha. That's a little later. But this is the topic that we discussed today in our Srimad Bhagavatam class. The Lord appeared from Lord Brahma's nostril as a tiny little animal flying, and then he expanded himself into a gigantic form in the sky. It must have been really gigantic because Lord Varaha later on lifted the earth from the cosmic filth, from the cosmic water that was actually, here it says it was the Garbhodaka ocean. The Prabhupada, he makes this note that different millenniums were described. Jiva Goswami actually makes that remark, because there might be some apparent contradictions. On one hand, it is said it is cosmic filth. On the other hand, it's called the Garbhodakashai ocean. So the present topics are of the Shveta Varaha millennium, but later on, Chakshusha millennium will be described. So the Lord, He appears periodically in various millenniums, and His Leela might be slightly different. So the compilers, they have merged these two Leelas together. Sometimes that happens. So, of course, Krishna does not become a hog like we become in the conditioned existence, especially those who have no discrimination in eating, those who eat anywhere and everywhere, Let me go to some restaurant. Those who cannot control their tongues, they eat everything and everywhere. They get the hog body. In a human form, we have to have some discrimination, especially in eating. The whole process of Krishna consciousness begins with eating. It's a very pleasant activity. So the devotees, they only eat food that has been previously offered for yajna, for sacrifice. So we're offering our food to Krishna, and only then we take. And if we want to cook for Krishna, we cannot offer any damn nonsense. Krishna is not a pig. Even Prabhupada, he says that the hog, if you give him nice halava, he will refuse. A hog is especially fond of stool. So, in our conditioned existence, sometimes that happens, that we have to take body of some abominable species and we have to tolerate that karma. As soon as you take that body, you also assume this mentality of a dog, hawk, cat, tiger, like that. We immediately. That is why we emphasize so much, you are not this body. Control your senses. Transcend the bodily conception of life. Control your lust. Do not engage in illicit sex life. Do not take any food that is not offered to Krishna prior. Because if we indulge in these activities, then we'll be demoted. You can be promoted or demoted, degraded. So that is a great loss. If we misuse this human form of life for hog-like sense gratification, then that is a great loss. That living entity has to go through the various species of life until he reaches the human form again, and again gets the opportunity to serve Krishna. Krishna is very kind. Even if you make a mistake, you get another opportunity. Okay, you didn't manage, now try again. So we might be right now in one of these attempts. Don't think that we had no previous life. That's nonsense. Because there is a previous life, there is also karma. We're undergoing great karma. Sometimes a good person, something bad happens to him. Why? Because of karma. And sometimes an evil person is rewarded. And he leaves this world without any punishment, although he has committed so many crimes, so much suffering, and leaves without any punishment. So why? Because of karma. He is being rewarded because although he is evil, he has done something pious in his life. It's a very subtle science. So we're getting in the body of a hog or a dog because it is a punishment for sinful activities. If one does not follow the regulative principles of the Shastra, if one defies the Shastra, people are very envious. They say, why should I follow? Oh, this was written by some men. I am also man, he is a man, he made up some scripture, now I have to follow it. This is how they find an excuse not to follow any Shastra. The Shastra is there, so it teaches us how to control our senses. You study any of these scriptures, the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, you will see the rules and regulations that are meant to curb down our sense gratificatory mentality. So if people do not follow the regulations of scriptures and simply make a show, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I'm a Hindu, that is simply a farce. Then you have missed the real purpose of religious path. So, of course, this is not everything. Simply we become pious, and we do not indulge in sinful activities, and we follow the various rules and regulations. But it is also important. You cannot just trash all the rules and regulations. Sometimes the Sajjiya type of devotees, they argue like that. You're following the rules and regulations very strictly, but you have no emotion. You're like a robot. You're so aggressive. You're so envious. Subtly, you're so evil. You have temptation in the mind. You're an artificial hypocrite. So many things. Devotees, they have to deal with this. So many offenses, so many insults. So, yeah, okay, that might be true. It might all be true. But you cannot give up following the rules and regulations. Because then you're lost. Then you have nothing. Then you're following the dictations of lust. And then you go straight to the pig's body. Yes, sir. You cannot refuse. If you want to refuse, it will not be granted your desire. Just like people, they want to make God their order supplier. God, give me this, give me that, so on, so on. So if God puts you in the body of a hog, you cannot pray that, oh please, I want nice, beautiful body. No, you have done sinful activities, now we have to suffer. Tit for tat. This is the stringent law of material existence. That's why we should get out of here. And how do we get out of here? Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvata tyaktva deyam puna janmana iti mameti so Arjuna. By understanding the transcendental appearance and disappearance and activities of the Lord. So when Krishna comes as this gigantic boar incarnation, he does not come because he's lusty and he's getting punished. He's coming to enjoy. This is his enjoyment. To take this wonderful body of a boar and live the earth planet from the ocean, save all the living entities. So Lord Brahma, he wanted that. Sometimes, Prabhupada says that sometimes the devotees are perplexed in the execution of their duty. Sometimes their perplexity. Prabhupada writes, the devotees of the Lord who are all confidential servitors, these are not ordinary devotees. Confidential servitors. They are sometimes perplexed in the discharge of their respective duties, but they're never discouraged. I remember Srila Prabhupada, he said that I have never had a doubt that this mission, that this order of my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, should be fulfilled. I never had a doubt. See, the devotees, they might not be successful even. It is not so easy to be successful in preaching this Krishna consciousness. That's not our purpose, to be successful, to convert many people and be a big guru. That is not our focus here. Of course, that is also important. Lord Chaitanya is asking everyone, be a guru. Spread the chanting of the holy name in every town and every village. Do that. That's okay. But our main purpose is to please the Lord, because Krishna said so. That is why we're doing it. So, the confidential devotees, they never doubt that this should be done. But the neophyte devotees, they become perplexed because they want something material. Along with preaching Krishna consciousness, there is some subtle desire. So when that is not fulfilled, they become discouraged in their preaching activities. But as I said, that should not be given up just because one is not perfect. One still has some material attachment. It doesn't mean that we should give up preaching and simply sit down and lament. No, you go on preaching and try to give up all these attachments. Become attached to the service itself, nothing else. Very difficult, but it has to be done. So sometimes, of course, even great devotees, they become perplexed because the nature of this world is that it is full of suffering. And there are many bad elements in this world, many rascals. So we have to suffer because of them. Especially many people who are atheistic. They're envious of Krishna, they're envious of God, and they want to impose their idea on the devotees. There is no God. Why worshipping God? In the Krishna book, you have the various passages that describe how the demons are passing stool on these sacrificial rites. This gorilla, Dvivida, who was fighting Lord Balaram, he was doing that. Passing stool. There was a big monkey, King Kong. So when he passed stool, it must have been very, very disturbing. See, this is the demons. They're always thinking how to pollute the atmosphere. Devotees, they're trying to create auspicious atmosphere. What is an auspicious atmosphere? Discussing the pastimes of Krishna. Just like now, we're creating auspicious atmosphere. When you're hearing this also in your home, the atmosphere becomes auspicious. Even if somehow or other you don't understand exactly what this Bhagavata means, what the different pastimes mean, what the different philosophical points mean. It doesn't matter. Prabhupada says, simply hear. Even if you do not understand, the sound is potent. The sound is acting on your consciousness. And it will purify. So simply you have to be serious in the hearing process. You must be determined. I want to transcend this material existence. This is not all in all. There's a higher reality, transcendental reality, Krishna conscious reality, where everything is Sat Chit Ananda, everything is eternal, full of bliss, full of knowledge. There is no inebriety, no perplexity, no worry, nothing of that sort. So I must have strong determination. I want to get to that platform. Why should I waste my life here fulfilling the dictation of the senses? That is always betraying me. Just like when you overeat a little bit. See, eating is not sense gratification. But one should eat only to keep the soul and body together. Only whatever is necessary. What is the use of this meat? Meat, eggs, fish. All these abominable things. This is sense gratification because you don't need it, but you take an extra. So as soon as you take extra, then there is indigestion, sometimes cancer, sometimes heart attack. Immediately, there's a punishment. So why should I waste my life like that? Simply creating more and more trouble for myself. Let me be happy in Krishna consciousness. The happiness is already there. The soul is full of joy, full of bliss. But it is covered by these sense gratificatory ideas. So hearing here about Lord Varaha is diverting our attention from bodily sense gratification to the gratification of the Lord. Krishna, He enjoys even when we glorify Him. You might not necessarily offer Him anything. If you simply offer your words of praise, that is pleasing to Him. The great sages and thinkers, residents of Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, when they heard the tumultuous voice, they could recognize this is the Lord. They were so realized. But they started chanting auspicious chants from the three Vedas. So the Vedic scriptures, they're full of auspicious prayers, full of glorification of Krishna. Prabhupada even said that one should learn to pray to Krishna by reciting one of these prayers in the Shastra. But even if you do not know, you should simply chant this: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you chant this Maha Mantra, there is no need of any other study, provided you stick with it. Because this Maha Mantra contains all the glorification of the Lord, complete. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam. Everything is complete by chanting this Maha Mantra. So we should do that. We should glorify the Lord. We should discuss the Lord's pastimes, just like here. Srila Prabhupada is describing the pastimes of Lord Varaha. And by that process, we become free from our personal so-called sense gratificatory pursuit. And then, when that happens, then instead of taking a body of a hog, I take the body of a god. You become godly. Not God, but godly. You can become godly. Every devotee is a demigod. Godly, divine. Every devotee. Because a devotee is serving Krishna. And this service, devotional service, is not different from Krishna. So provided you serve, then you're divine. And as soon as you give up your service, then you're mundane. So we should always stick to devotional service. Never deviate. Don't divert your attention to anything else. Simply serve Krishna. You'll be very happy. Okay, so I will stop here. Are there any questions?
Would you like me to check the computer?
I see. Here. Yeah, so take a mic. Haribol, Dominic. Bella also, Hare Krishna. Rajiv Tyagi. Ryan.
Can I ask?
Yeah?
So my first question is, how has it...
Is it on, Michael?
It's green.
Okay, then it's cool. Sure.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, sure.
How has it worked out that we are now reading about Lord Varaha and his appearance day is coming up? Like, how does that happen? We're now reading about Lord Varaha and in a few days or next week is the appearance day of Lord Varaha.
Really?
Yeah.
In a few days?
It's either in a few days or next week. It's coming up.
Uh-huh.
How does that happen?
By accident?
It's a huge Bhagavatam, and we're now reading about Varahadev when his appearance day.
Yeah, Krishna is in charge of accidents.
That's weird and cool. Okay. Thank you. I'm just curious about that. So you spoke about how we should just do the service for the sake of the service.
Yes.
Now, we're always told that you can dovetail in Krishna consciousness, you can dovetail, you can do what you like, but do it for Krishna. Is that second class? Is first class actually just doing what Krishna wants?
Yes. But Prabhupada, he says that you don't have to give up your propensity. You know, you engage that, and slowly, by purification, that becomes your pure devotional service. It's not that you have to do something else. Prabhupada says that bhakti is the art of work. Art of work. So we have to make it causeless. You engage in your propensity, but don't expect any result. Give the result to Krishna. That is bhakti. If you want result, you're not serving Krishna. You're serving the result. You know? It's like if you chant Hare Krishna with a professional band, and then you get paid, then you're serving the money. You're not serving Krishna, you're not glorifying Krishna, you're glorifying money.
Unless you give the money to Bliss.
Yes. Give the money to Bliss. Very good. Then your chanting is first class. But who will do that? You will do that. Okay, very good. Usually when the money comes, we change our opinion. All right, any other question? 22 viewers. Nobody has any question.
I have a question for me.
Yes?
Thank you for a nice class. So, like, why do we have to, why this thing with giving money is there? Because, you know, I can also do my...
Because Krishna is the supreme proprietor. Devotees understand that. I am not the proprietor. I'm renting everything. By rent. I'm renting the body. I can't keep my own body. I'm renting it from Krishna. Krishna has energies. So because he is the supreme proprietor, then we have to use his property for his service. What is the difficulty to understand?
Okay, but you know, like, why this thing is, you know, you have Krishna at home, I have Krishna at home, Krishna is like, and you take your prasadam, I offer my chapatis, so like, what's the why, you know, then also you give to me, and I mean, why do you need?
I give to you. The devotee never asks for himself. That means you're a rascal. In the name of Krishna consciousness, you want to take chapatis for yourself. So that is not very pleasing to Krishna. Okay, Abhay is asking, what does it mean when Lord Krishna says, think of me always, because people work and do many activities? While working, you will think of Krishna, provided you give the result to Krishna. So in every work there is some salary. So if you give that money to Krishna, use it for Krishna, give it to the devotees, then your idea of work will change completely. Because at that point you're not working for yourself, you're working for Krishna. Just like Krishna told Arjuna, fight and at the same time think of me. He didn't say think of me and don't fight. We don't encourage that, no work. And you cannot live like that, no work. Working must be there. But the result of that work should be given to Krishna. Don't enjoy the results. Don't take the money and spend for nonsense while the devotees are struggling. Don't do that. That is very bad. Okay. So any other question? I don't see anything else.
But, you know, if I may just ask a question.
But you don't have the mic.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
But if I'm also a devotee, so I'm also like, you know...
You already exposed yourself. You want chapatis, what devotees? You have no right to speak anything.
Okay, Peter Krishna is asking.
Yes?
Question. Please, various incarnations of Lord Krishna are happening because of Krishna's desire in various ways in material nature.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Abhaya. This is you answered earlier. TikTok. I have also access on the computer. There's nothing. And yeah, that's it.
Dominic, how does the Srimad Bhagavatam description of the creation of the universe compare with scientific theories of cosmology? Well, I don't know, because I'm not familiar with the so-called scientific theory of cosmology. All I know is that the moon is closer than the sun is closer than the moon. Whereas the modern scientists, they say the other way around, that the moon is closer than the sun. So of course we accept the Vedas, the Srimad Bhagavatam. We don't accept the so-called scientists. But on the other hand, I hear that the calculations, the distances of the planets, they match the modern science. Maybe not this planet, but the other they match. So the scientists, they should correct their calculations according to the Shastra. All right, thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol. Namo Mishta Paraya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutari Shmani Bhakti Vedanta Samanidana Mane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Mrachari Nandini Shesha Shunavani Paschartari Shtarine